What is up, YouTube? So today I am going to be telling the story of how I found out about my acceptances, and I'm gonna be doing my makeup as well. All right, so first one I found out was BIOLA. It was last Thursday, and I had already applied. I applied early action for every school, and I had signed up to go for my school. They were having a BIOLA talk, and like a counselor was coming, and I was gonna go. I wasn't going to go anymore because I had no more questions, just because I already applied and stuff. But my teacher asked me to go because no one else signed up, so I was just like, okay, I'll go. And they needed one person at least, so I went. Luckily, so I went, and it was just me and her, and then my teacher was in there, and she asked if I had any questions, like what I'm looking into, and I told her like I actually applied already, and I asked her about my application just because I never received like a confirmation email that my whole application was complete, so I was kind of like nervous. So I asked her about that, and she said, oh, well, let me just look you right up. And when she did, I was just kind of like looking at her like to see her reaction, and because I'm sure she'd be like, ooh, if I like didn't get accepted, or like she wouldn't honestly say anything. But then she said, oh my gosh, looks like your application was just reviewed like an hour ago and they made their decision. I was like, oh my god, like, cause she was like, ooh, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I thought I didn't get accepted just because of the face she made, or like the sound, I guess. So yeah, I thought at first I wasn't accepted because she went, ooh, when she opened it up, and I was like, oh no, like, what does that mean? But I just kind of sat there like, okay, I'm ready to take it, like, oh well, what happens happens. But she said, well, let me just tell you, congratulations, you're admitted. And I was like, I started crying, my eyes were burning. So it was really funny just because she was like, oh my gosh, like, if I would have known like it was gonna be you, I would have brought your things. But she gave me this like XXL t-shirt like as a gift, and a bunch of stickers, and a little like BIOLA package, and it was really sweet, and I just could not stop crying. I was a little embarrassed, to be honest, but she was like, let me take a picture of you, like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She was like, no, we love happy tears. So we took a picture together, and then she took one of me to send to her team because she said, like, oh my gosh, my team's not gonna believe this. But yeah, so that's how that happened. And it was like around like it was around like the middle of the school day. I had lunch after that, and so it was insane. I was like, oh my god, I was so excited, and I could not stop smiling all day. It was my first acceptance, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. I always was super scared that I just wouldn't get accepted anywhere, because I only applied to Pepperdine and BIOLA and Cal State Fullerton. I hadn't got any acceptances, and I just thought, like, what if I just get accepted nowhere? And I was like, what do I do? So I got my first acceptance, so it was kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna go to college, like, I'm in. So it was kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, so then Mr. Albert was like, oh my gosh, he's my teacher, and just because I'd been bugging him since junior year, that's when I had my college freak out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I need to start now. So I kind of finished like all my essays like junior year, and then they changed like the prompts for half of the schools I was applying to, and I was like, oh. But then I didn't end up applying to any of them. So I only did, so Pepperdine, I started my essay a long time ago, and changed it a million. I changed it like a million times just because I would never felt that it was good enough. But BIOLA essays were good. I was kind of not too sure about those essays just because, I don't know, I just wasn't sure. You just never are, so. Yeah, but then, so I was gonna surprise my parents. I texted them. I was really hoping my mom didn't see because she's like, because her emails are connected to mine, or like mine are connected to hers, because she's my, what's it called? She's my manager. So she manages my emails, and I was kind of scared that she would see it and like the surprise would be ruined, but it wasn't. So I texted them, like, can we go out to dinner tonight? Just because it was also finals week and it was also comp week for cheer, and it was kind of crazy week. I just been kind of stressing all week, but we were towards the end since it was Thursday, and yeah. So then they said yes to dinner, so we went to Olive Garden, and we went to Olive Garden, and I tried to hide my BIOLA bag that I put like underneath my jacket. Then like halfway through dinner, I just said, guys, like I have an announcement to make, and they like, what? And then I said, I had for the part of my gift, they gave me a little like foam finger that had like BU on it, like BIOLA University, and I pulled out the finger because I was talking to Victoria in my gov class, and I was like, oh my god, wouldn't it just be funny if I went like, ah? So I did that. It was kind of funny. So that's how I told them. So I pulled out the finger. I was like, I got accepted to BIOLA. They were like, oh my god. So they're kind of like losing it. And then yeah, we were all excited, and my mom said that she had already, that she got an email that said like, no. So after I had my college talk, when she told me in person, she said, you should be getting that email today. And then as soon as I walked out, I got the email. So it was kind of like, it was fate that I go to that meeting, because it was like, it meant so much more, like getting that news in person. And yeah, and then I got the email. I was like, oh my god. But it wasn't the official email. So then my mom had got an email that I was accepted into, like, congrats on your child's acceptance. She's officially part of the Eagle Premier Club. So I get like early housing decisions and $500 scholarship just for applying early. And so she got that email. So she was like, oh my gosh, Nick, is this the email? Is this the email? Just because we've been getting a lot of college emails, like every single day it's a different one. So she wasn't really sure if it was the email. So Nick told her no, that it wasn't. Nick, he said, no mom, like it's just like a advertisement email. So she was like, okay. But she said that she got the email, so I'm kind of glad that she didn't think it was the email, just so like it made the surprise better. And then so then halfway through dinner, I get another email, which is the like official email. So I was reading it to my parents, and I was like, oh, we were like in the middle of ordering too. And I was like, I like gasped so loud, and it said that I was selected for the, I forgot the name of the scholarship, but the second highest scholarship, which was like $22,000 for 4 years. And I was like, oh my god, that's like half tuition. And I was just like, oh my god, like I knew, okay, this sounds kind of stupid, but I sometimes feel like so like dumb, just because everyone nowadays has like 4.8 GPA, and my 4.3 just felt like it wasn't good enough. I know that sounds so stupid, but that's how I was feeling. And when I got that, it said something like your academic accomplishments and blah blah blah, and I was just like, whoa, I forget that I'm smart too. Like, oh my gosh, I never felt so like accomplished. And it was just really, it was really good so then that happened with my parents. So like I got that email with my whole family together. So that was fun. Like, so I got to be surprised as well with them, and it was really cool. So then, let's see. So yeah, that was that for the BIOLA, and we were just like in like shock the whole day. I couldn't believe it. Like, because the moment I stepped foot like on that campus, I was just, whoa, like this is nice. So I just really, really liked it. I was blown away by everything. And I know it has like a reputation for being like, Nick calls it the nun school. Like he makes fun of me, he thinks I'm gonna go be a nun or something. But nothing wrong with that, but that's just not the path for me. So he makes fun of me for that, but it's not that kind of school. It's a really, really, it's a good school. At BIOLA, you have to minor, like it's required, you have to minor with theology studies or something like that. And to be honest, I don't mind, because going to like a Catholic school my whole life, religion classes were just always part of it, and it just kind of feels normal. Then people say like, oh, you have to go to church every week, like it's mandatory. How are you gonna do that? Well, at St. Mary's for the past 10 years, we go to church every Friday as the whole school, and I never really minded it. So yeah, so I was just kind of, I can do that. Like, no deal breakers there. So I was like, whoa, this might be it for me. So yes, that was that. And then we're at 13 minutes. So then let's see. So then that day is over. So then fast forward, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So now it's Tuesday. It's 5 days later. People could tell me like, you haven't heard from Pepperdine, like you haven't heard from your other school. I'm like, no, like I haven't. And then I Googled like, how long does it take? They said 6 to 8 weeks, and it was going on like the 8th week, and I was like, oh my god, like they're just waiting to send back their denies, like they don't want me at their school, like they're leaving me for last. So then I was kind of freaking out, because Pepperdine has always been like my dream school ever since I was in 3rd grade, when we had to do a college project, and I chose Pepperdine, and I loved it. I mean, it's been the goal for like the past 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, for the past 9 years. So it was kind of scary to get that news. Like I was looking for this, and it's on the other side, but I was scared for that one. Part of me hoped that I wouldn't get accepted after finding out about BIOLA, just so I wouldn't have to choose. Like I just got, like it's no choice, because now I don't know what to do at all. But anyway, so yeah, Pepperdine has always been my dream. So junior year, I started really working on that essay, sending it to who knows who, a bunch of people, just to read, reaching out to students there, like making connections with their cheer program, with their like journalism program, and students from there, with the advisor people. And I visited a bunch. I feel like I know the school like the back of my hand, but I had my interview there, which was optional. So it was like the only like really reach school that I was applying to. So I was like, you know what, why not do the interview? It really won't hurt me at all. So I decided to do it, as you've seen in my last YouTube video. And it went well, I guess. She did say it went well, but I didn't believe her, just because I feel like you say that to every single student. But it went well, and it went well, like it actually did. So anyway, so now it is Tuesday. I checked it again. I checked my application, like my portal. So now for the past week, I've been checking like Pepperdine every single day after I found out about BIOLA. Because I was like, it's really any day now. But I was just kind of freaking out. But then in my think it was second class in Peace and Justice. I was checking it and nothing. So then we're dismissed from class, and we had just gotten, like, we're getting released to go pick up our senioritis, and mine wasn't there. So I was just kind of like, dang, because you really can't order it again. And it wasn't there. So I wasn't even upset, just because I didn't have the energy to be upset. So I was just like, oh well, so everyone has it but me.
And your friend lost it.
And then my friend lost hers. Like, she left, so we got it today, or let's just say we got it today. She had a game tonight, and she left it on the bus of her away game. And then they drove off. A different bus picked them up. So, like, dang. But that sucks. But I didn't have the energy to be upset. I was just like, you know what? Oh well. I honestly don't care. I should, but I just don't have the energy to. But then I go sit down. Everyone's like, oh, are you okay? Like, I know that stuff. I'm like, I don't care. But so then I sat down. I'm eating my Vasi's mom, whatever food she makes. She makes it for every single cheer party, and it's so good. So I was eating that, and I just checked my portal like 20 minutes ago, and I'm just checking my emails just because it's like a really bad habit now. Like, I have to check my email every 10 minutes. So I checked my email, and it's from Pepperdine. It said your application has had a what was the word? Like, it's been updated, and I was like, oh no. My first thought is, why not just send an email that said, congrats, you made it, like, in the subject so I can see? But instead, they said, like, there's been, like, an update on your application. I was like, oh my God, what if they did that to everyone who got rejected just to soften the blow instead of just saying congrats to everyone? Because I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't get in. Oh well, maybe it's for the best. And so I was kind of scared because it was like lunch and everyone's walking around. I was like, I don't want anyone to walk behind me and just see rejected on my screen. So I turned down my brightness, and I was just like, like, this is it. So I open my portal, put in my login, and then it says click to see update. And I was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I was just kind of like one with whatever was about to happen. So I clicked it, and I was like I didn't want to see. And it said, congratulations, Victoria. You've been accepted to Seaver College, undergraduate, whatever, the next 4 years. Congrats. And I was like, oh my God. I was just like, whoa. This one I didn't cry, but I was just like, I was in shock, just because this has been the goal for 9 years, and high school's been hard. Everything's been hard. And that I reached the goal at the end, it was a really good feeling. Like, I felt so like, I did it. I can breathe. But I've been doing this for like 10 minutes. I keep getting distracted. But so I was like, oh my God. I sent it to, first I sent it to was Jazzy, then I sent it to Ricardo, and then I sent it to Nick, and then I texted my mom, like, I have a secret, do you want to know now or later? She was like, no. So I texted it to my mom. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm ugly crying. And she kept texting me during class, and I was laughing out loud during like silent class, just because she was texting me like, oh my God. So I was like, oh, like I need to step outside for a second. But I cannot stop like smiling, like just like laughing, like happily, just like nervous laughing. Because I knew, a part of me always knew, or like just really hoped that I'd get in everywhere. Just because I feel like when you work so hard for something, you have to get it in the end. But like this, I had like there's nothing really I could do about their decision. Like once I do everything, like I can't do anything about it anymore. So, and it just worked out in my favor. So I was just kind of like, whoa, dang, I did that. It was kind of unreal. I was waiting. I was like reading it over and over, like waiting to see, like, you've been accepted into like a 2-year program, or like you got to go here first and then you can come the next 2 years. I was like reading for something like that, and it said like there was nothing. It's just I've been accepted. And I was just kind of like in disbelief. And then I went to go tell my friends about it, and they were like, oh my God. And I told my junior friends, love them so much, and they were like, this is such like a big deal. Like, do you know how like insane this is? Like, you should be so proud of yourself. And I was just like, dang, you're right. Like, oh my God. So like, whoa. So I was kind of like, I don't even know. I can't even explain. But and then I saw Mr. Albert, and I went to go tell him just because I've been bugging him for so long about it, and about reading my stuff and making sure it was good enough. But he was like, congrats, give me a high five, and he was like, so which one are you gonna choose? And then that moment I was like, oh my God, I have to choose. I can't do that. Can I do both at the same time, please? Like, I cannot choose. And then after that, I started freaking out about choosing. And then I started kind of losing my mind, because then I started freaking out about like everything. So then I told my dad, because he was picking me up like later, so I told him in person. He was like, what? Oh my God. And yeah, so I got to tell him in person, and then yeah, it was great. Couldn't believe it. I never thought about after getting accepted. I just thought only about getting 2 accepted. I have no plan after that, so I was just kind of like freaking out. But then I talked to my parents, and a really emotional conversation for me, because I was just like, oh my God, I love them so much. Oh, my dad, oh, they really are such great parents. If my mom was listening to me in the other room. But I got really lucky with them. But anyway, so now I don't know what to do. Everyone keeps asking me, like, what are you gonna choose? Like, what are you gonna choose? Like, you gotta go Pepperdine. No, you have to do BIOLA. Oh my gosh, Pepperdine. No, BIOLA. Pepperdine. Like, I don't know what to do. So I still don't know what to do at the moment, and I'm just not gonna worry about it. So here's my plan. My plan is to go to Pepperdine preview or Malibu reception. That's my plan. And to go to BIOLA preview and see which I like more. I think Pepperdine Malibu reception is for admitted. I hope it's not like committed students, because I gotta go walk around campus. Like, I really don't know, because when I went to Pepperdine, I just been making it up like in my head like for like the past 8 years. Like, this is how it's gonna be, like it's gonna be perfect. And I went, it was still amazing, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I was kind of bummed for some reason, and I was like, well, this isn't what I thought it'd be. But it was still great. But I think I just do that to myself. Like, I set really high expectations and like unrealistic expectations, and then if they don't meet it, I'm like, this is terrible. But it's really, I go there all the time. Like, I feel like I do. But dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So that's the story of my acceptances. I'm still not done with my makeup, but as you can see, I have finished my makeup. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave soon for Norwalk, for the Norwalk party, and yeah, so that's the story of my acceptances. Thanks for watching.